What is up, guys? I'm back with another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to the secret truth behind behind Drake's diss track. Since we're on the topic of Drake and this whole war with Metro and Kendrick or whatever, I just saw this on my recommended and I just said, why not? It's Patrick CC video. I usually watch him when I'm not on camera. I usually watch him on my free time, so I might just watch this on camera since I've been, you know, in the loop with all this. And yeah.
Although you might think the Drake beef is mostly between him and Kendrick, there is actually someone getting not nearly as much attention
Who's
that's
not?
secretly the mastermind
No
behind
Ghost
all
Rider,
of
no
this.
Ghost Rider, bro.
Now we all
No
know
Ghost
Drake
Rider, bro.
recently released his diss track called Push-Ups, where he dissed multiple rappers including Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, J. Cole, and potentially
he really can't say nothing.
Kendrick Lamar,
I'm
Rick
sorry.
Ross.
Do you know how many Fat Joes
Diss track
Drake needs
called
to just
Push-Ups,
say?
where he dissed multiple rappers including Kendrick Lamar, Rick
Bro, how do you even get like this?
Ross, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, J. Cole, and potentially subliminals across the entire industry. And firstly, you know I'm always going to look at this from a business perspective, and all of you have to keep in mind that music is a business. I believe that everyone involved in this beef knows that it is good for hip-hop. It's interesting and entertaining. All of these artists, yes, including Drake, their sales numbers are down. Hip-hop sales numbers across the entire genre are down. Now, I'm not saying that this is pre-planned and they're all secretly working together behind the scenes saying, oh, I'm going to say this, then you say that. No, it's not orchestrated like that, but all of them will make money and will benefit if their names are being dragged into this beef. They can release a single, they can release an album where they may or may not respond, and then the fans are going to tune in, leading to more streams and more sales.
But you see about Drake, bro, he didn't care about that. He literally dropped it as a leak. He didn't even officially drop it. See, the problem with Cole, this dude Cole waited for, apparently, I forgot who said this. It was either Bobbleland or Academics I was watching. Apparently, J. Cole, the whole reason why he removed the track after like a week is because he wanted to wait for the first week sales. That's why he waited so long after the apology to remove the diss track from streaming services. Crazy. See, that's what J. Cole did. And of course, Kendrick and The Weeknd and Rick Ross and all them, or not Rick Ross, but Metro and all them had to drop an album. And then Rick Ross actually quote unquote leaked it too. He played it, he gave it to Academics or whatever. But you see, Drake didn't have to wait for no first week sales. He's not doing it for the money. He's doing it to get at Kendrick, at his neck.
It's always been good for hip-hop. It makes money. You get what I'm saying. Now, in the track Push-Ups, Drake definitely threw some nice little jabs at Kendrick. He made fun of his shoe size. He called him a pipsqueak. He says he's being extorted by his label, saying he is just as much of a sellout rapper turned pop star as any other rapper who did pop records for money. And yeah, some good solid jabs. Cool. But there was one bar that is massively overlooked. Hugs and kisses, man. Don't tell me about no switches. I'll be rocking every chain I own next visit. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say drop your little... All right. In Kendrick's track, he said y'all better get the switches and that he's going to be snatching chains, to which Drake says, no, you're not. So but the I be with bodyguards line like Whitney. It does obviously refer to Whitney Houston's 1992 film Bodyguards, but Whitney is also the name of Kendrick Lamar's fiance. Drake dragging Kendrick's fiance's...
Now it makes sense. See, I didn't know that. I'm thinking like they're talking about Whitney Houston this whole time. I'm like, what does Whitney Houston have to do with all this? No, that's his fiance. Oh, I didn't know that.
Name into this beef is huge in my opinion. And I think this is really where the beef is going to start. You have to remember that everything up until this point has pretty much just been about numbers, who has the most sales, who's the most relevant, who has the most cultural dominance, who's big three. It's just been strictly competitive until now. I mean, even if you think back all the way to Kendrick's Control verse, where he dissed every relevant rapper in the game, including Drake, he said he had love for everybody, but he wanted to murder them and take them.
Oh, I remember I saw Academics talk about this too. Like, this dude has already previously dissed Cole. And not only did he just like diss him, he said his full name, Jermaine Cole. And this dude still has the audacity to have respect for Kendrick and apologize and delete the diss.
their fans.
Like,
but this was
bro.
just for the sake of competition, which we all agree is good for
Crazy.
hip hop. And even Kendrick's shots that he took on Like That were pretty light and also strictly competitive. So Drake bringing
also
up
said
Kendrick's
that.
fiance, his family, is even a line that he thinks is taking it too far.
It wasn't even about battle rap or any of that. It was just the information was too shocking. It was, like I said, it was on his part, it was a genius chess move. He obviously has no, like, you know, when it comes to me, he's not gonna have any, like, morals or respect. So the other elements of the record, whether it be, like, just, like, the shit that he's making up about, like, my mom and my dad and all this, like, dumb shit. Or you know, obviously the part that hit me the most, which is, like, you know, wishing, like, that my friend that has an illness, like, dies. Like, that shit to me is just not really wavy. Like, I'm just not really with that. Like, and when I did say, oh, there's rules to this, I didn't mean there's rules that anybody has to follow. Whether there was information that didn't get revealed or not, the point is, like, there's just some unwritten rules in the sport for
like
some
some
people.
respect.
Obviously not for him, and that's fine,
have, like,
you know?
some level of
There's a
respect.
point where
You gotta have like a little respect, especially if it's like a random beef. I don't really know the background of this Pusha T and Drake beef. I don't know what Drake said to Pusha T or what Pusha T said to Drake. I don't really know. I don't think it was that serious to talk about all that though. That's kind of, yeah, you kind of going too far a little bit.
you're gonna
But it all
want to stop
depends, though.
rapping. I'm sure I could say something about, you know, your lovely lady or, you know, a child or a family member, and you're just gonna want to not really rap anymore.
So when Pusha T brought up Drake's family, his child, and his friend 40 who was unwell, Drake said that was too far. He also admits that's how Pusha won. So wouldn't mentioning Kendrick's wife by Drake's own definition be too far? It would, which is why I think
Nah, at this point, bro, we're too far deep. We're too far deep for all that, bro. It's wartime, bro. It don't like. I feel like at this point, anything goes. Like, I'm agreeing with academics 1000% on all this stuff. I've been keeping track off camera, bro. Watching academic streams every time he has his new video on this, and I agree with him. Like, it's wartime.
I think
For
Drake
real.
is being fully intentional here, and he wants to poke the bear and see what Kendrick is going to do, which in my opinion is really where the beef starts. It starts at the mention of Kendrick's fiance, and things could get ugly from here. Like, if Kendrick responds to that line directly, he might start wilding out, exposing personal information. Again, I don't think they're going to be sliding on each other's blocks, but I don't know, it could get a little messy. But if Kendrick ignores that line, then everyone can just kind of play it off and say, oh, that Drake was never talking about his wife. That line was about Whitney Houston. It was just about bodyguards. Whatever, forget about it. So it's definitely a strategic chess move by Drake. But ironically, the most overlooked mastermind in this entire beef is Metro Boomin. I believe he has the biggest role in this situation, but he isn't really getting the attention because he's not a rapper and he can't technically respond. The only line Metro received in push-ups was, Metro, shut your hoe ass up and make some drums.
Best verse
but
in that
it's
song.
actually much deeper than that. It starts with Metro's tweet and delete rant about Drake. The Hip Hop All Day Twitter account was comparing the streams of Drake's Her Loss and Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains. Her Loss is about 1.3 billion streams behind. Heroes and Villains currently getting 10 million streams a day. Her Loss 4 million. The gap is only going to widen.
That's interesting. Her Loss is really good, to me at least. Her Loss is really good. I still love that album. Except for Rich Flex, someone like 21, can you do something for me? That first part, I can't listen to because of TikTok. That ruined, like, that song, for real. And Heroes and Villains is amazing. Amazing. So, they're both
into
good
the conversation
albums
and said, yet Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings joy to the people's everyday lives.
So why are you
What's so funny about these tweets is that Metro is doing the exact same thing that DJ Khaled was doing against Tyler, the Creator. Tyler went number 1, DJ Khaled went number 2, and DJ Khaled was pissed. And everybody was like, shut up, DJ Khaled. You had everybody in the industry on that album, and you still couldn't compete with Tyler. But DJ Khaled...
Wow, that is crazy. Every album... This dude... Whoa. Dang. This dude, every album DJ Khaled has, it's all of these. Never mind.
Based his argument off stream, saying,
I make albums so people can play it and you actually hear it. It's called albums that you actually hear the songs, not no mysterious shit and you never hear it.
like, dude, shut
Bro, DJ Khaled, God did, bro. I don't know one song from God did that I still listen to this day. What songs are even on God did? Like, I mean, like, yo, nah. Khaled, you gonna have to shut up, bro. Shut up, Khaled. Bro, all these songs, well, I have one song saved, the Juice WRLD song. I've listened to that in like a year.
Igor was just a great album. That's it. Metro is kind of doing the same thing here. He's mad about an award, not necessarily
Igor
going
should
number
have
one,
won,
but
yeah.
Metro is an executive producer. DJ Khaled is an executive producer. The only difference is that Metro does have the capability and the ability to make amazing music himself and actually do the producing. And he didn't make some annoying video to post on social media, but I mean, Dante, you gotta back me up here. Like, he's clearly pressed. Like, he said, I don't even care about awards. Then why did you tweet about it, bro? You care. But then he deleted the tweet, so I guess that proves he doesn't care. And then Drake, a few months later, called him a tweet and deleter.
The non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters. You guys make me sick to my stomach. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought.
So hear me out.
Wow,
Metro
Drake is funny,
believes
bro.
in his heart her loss robbed him of an opportunity to win a
her loss
BET
was
award
big.
or a Grammy or some other award. So it makes sense why he would drop another album that's not necessarily rushed, but I mean, Heroes and
feel
Villains
like her
dropped
loss to
like
this day.
14, 15 months ago.
I was
And
just
he
hearing
already
that
has We
today
Don't
at
Trust You
school. I
this
was
year,
listening to
especially
that.
considering Drake said he won't be dropping any more music this year. Maybe Metro is trying to drop an album and get the award that he thinks he deserves, which would be so funny if Drake just said, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna do a surprise album. And he drops an album that gets an award over Metro
That would
again.
probably
That
like
would
the
be
best
diabolical.
way to end this war.
Okay, if Drake drops another album this year, I think he watched this video. Because the ultimate troll to Metro would be to drop
that's
another
what I'm
album
saying.
and intercept Metro's ability
Yo, low
to
key, if I
get
was
some
Drake,
award.
I would probably do that, bro. Even though Drake's like fresh off tour, like if I was Drake, I would just drop an album. I would drop, I ain't gonna lie.
award or get a Grammy or something like that. That would be crazy. But
I'll drop like an album and it had like all diss songs, cause like it was like how many rappers? 5 rappers who dissed him: Weeknd, Future, Metro, Rick Ross, and Kendrick and Cole. Yeah.
additionally, it was on We Don't
album
Trust
or
You that
EP
Future
just
took
dissing
shots
all
at
of them.
Drake. He said on track number 1, "You my number one fan, dog. Sneak dissing, I don't understand. Pillow talking, acting like a fed. I don't need another
You forgot
fake friend.
to
Can't
say
be
dog
about a
at the
hoe
end.
cause we
Hashtag
sharing.
consistency.
In your feelings, why you playing, dog."
Say dog
I know,
at the end.
I didn't rap it, all right? I didn't rap it. And the only reason we knew this was a diss at Drake was because Drake's opening line in Push-Ups was, "I could never be nobody's number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand,"
Yo,
which
that's
is
crazy.
true. I mean, surprisingly, Future had like 7 or 8 number one albums, but he never had a number one single until he collaborated with Drake. I think it was Way Too Sexy,
Dang.
which is like, Future deserved so many other number ones other than that. But regardless, it is true. But there really isn't that much history of beef between Future and Drake. Like,
That's what I'm
they're kind of
saying.
friends
It's
as
so
far as we know.
random.
I mean, bloggers and YouTubers are now diving into the history and looking at all of these subliminal shots that may or may not be between these two, and there could be something there, but the only likely explanation that makes any sense is over a girl, and it's a really long story that's not worth getting
Yeah.
into all of the details in my opinion,
really
but
what
the
started
Spark
this,
Notes is
apparently,
essentially that Drake and
Girls,
Future
girls,
allegedly have some
girls,
beef over
girls.
this girl who goes by the name Princess Diana. But then again, Future just said that the beef can't be about a hoe because they're sharing, which does
She low-key
prove
look
that they
kinda
have
bad, I ain't gonna
shared
lie.
women in the past, but it
Sharing
doesn't
with me,
really
bruh.
seem that
Drake,
strong.
hit
So
my
Metro
line.
is
Share
clearly
her
mad at
with me.
Drake, and Future might be lightly agitated, or maybe Future is not particularly happy with the way that Drake and Metro's relationship has sort of panned out, so it's time to take sides. Is Future gonna side with Metro or Drake? But you have to consider Metro's role
Bro,
here.
Future already cited. He's literally on Metro's team, bro. What?
He's an amazing producer. Some might even call him the best in hip hop. You can work with a great producer for your whole career.
Bro, I don't know if it's just me, but this, like, bro, these last 2 albums, like, I'm not going to say all the songs were bad, but the producing, like, the beats were mid to me. And trust me, I was surprised. And then the second album, I just did not like. Like, all the songs on the second album was literally background music. Like, I mean, it's so serious. Like, to me, it's background music. And like, it's crazy because I see so many mixed opinions. Those videos got, like, dislikes and stuff. There was people disliking my videos and stuff. I was like, bruh. Yeah, this is like, bruh. I don't care, honestly. I really don't care. It's my opinion. If you're mad at my opinion, go somewhere else. I'm a small YouTuber either way, so honestly, just go somewhere else. Actually, no, come back because I'm a small YouTuber and I need all the love I can get. But nah, like, yeah, to me, the first album is better than the second album. Yeah, I don't know. To me, the beats are mediocre.
You can't really have a partnership
Future
unless you're a
Metro
duo with another rapper. Like, if you're on Drake's side, what do you get? Okay, you get a feature and you get kind of the cultural relevance by being beside him. You might get an Instagram tag, or maybe you get a whole collab album. Future has all of that already from Drake. He got all of the benefits that you get from being Drake's friend in the industry. So
for real,
kind of doesn't really need him anymore. Strategically, siding with Metro is better for the long term. Plus, who knows how close Drake and Future actually are as friends behind the scenes. Maybe Future was always using him for sales. But Future and Metro do have a long history together, and they are from the same city. For Kendrick, the decision was easy. It was just, let me jump on the #1 producer's album and take a shot at the biggest rapper in the game. But Metro benefited heavily from both of these situations. Then add The Weeknd.
Y'all notice how he ain't saying nothing about J. Cole? I was going to tell real quick.
And into the mix. Like, and Metro yet again benefited from that.
Trust me, I'm still a J. Cole fan. I'm excited for the fall off. I can't wait.
But The Weeknd received some bars on push-ups as well. Firstly, Drake said that The Weeknd claims Toronto, but he isn't actually from there. Then he basically makes fun of The Weeknd's manager for paying Metro to put him on his most recent 2 albums, which, as you know, The Weeknd does kind of stand out on Heroes and Villains and We Don't Trust You. It's like, all right, The Weeknd's a singer. He's not really a rapper. Like, he's kind of like the token singer on these projects. But again, why would The Weeknd need to be on Metro's album? Well, you guys have to think with your business brain. Sure, The Weeknd is a pop star, but he still needs that hip-hop coolness factor. He needs the approval of the hip-hop community to remain on top, even as a pop star. It's just a strategic marketing and branding decision. Like, rappers just kind of have this cool factor that's difficult to explain. They usually have the most poppin' Instagrams. They dress the nicest. They just have this cool aura looming interest around them that our society, our pop culture interest has just kind of given them. Why do you think Post Malone started with rap and then now drifted into pop and country? Why do you think Morgan Wallen wanted to collaborate with Lil Durk? Why do you think that pop stars want rappers to feature on their songs? Well, because they get this strong cultural cosign that is hard to quantify with dollars, but we all know that it exists. It's invaluable. And The Weeknd knows that he needs to maintain that. And how do you maintain that? Well, you get featured on Metro's album, where the whole hip-hop community is going to be tapping in to see who's featured on said album. The Weeknd chose to side with Metro because Metro will keep The Weeknd collaborating with the biggest rappers in the game and keep him relevant and cool. And Drake knows this. That's why he dissed him. As far as the Rick Ross beef, it just kind of strategically fit into Drake's diss. Drake just said, okay, I'm taking on everyone. Drake said throughout push-ups, the theme of this track is that rappers need him for features, they need him for relevance, they need him to get their #1 song, and Rick Ross kind of fits in that boat. All of Rick Ross's top hits have Drake featured on them, but it seems like most of their actual beef history is over women. Again, because it's likely that any woman that Rick Ross can get, Drake could probably take from him. And Ross responded quickly on Instagram because he really doesn't have anything to lose. He started making fun of his nose and mentioned his mother and said that he has a BBL.
You're making fun of Drake's nose. To me, that is just lame, bro. You're making fun of his nose. And you're saying he got a BBL. You are fat! Obese! You need a surgery. Get all that fat off you, bro. I'm just like, bro, how's he gonna be talking trash? And his main punchline, his main gag is talking about his nose, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
BBL Drake, Cupcake Drake. I feel like Drake knew that Rick Ross was an easy W. Like, no matter what Rick Ross says, nobody's gonna take his side because he's old. He's almost 50 years old. So
in fact, he's like
you
50.
Think it's possible that Metro could be the secret ringleader behind all of this, or do you think
Oh
I
my
have it wrong?
gosh.
Let me know in the comments. Drink water.
Yeah, Metro is the leader of all this. Yes, he definitely is, because it was on his album where Kendrick dissed him or whatever. Really, Drake's only competition is Metro or Kendrick. That's what we want to see. And yeah, I feel like Drake is gonna win, even though it's a 20v1, as he said in his diss or whatever. Yeah, and that push-up diss was fire. That beat out Rick Ross's diss, the Weeknd song, and the A$AP Rocky stuff. No one's talking about A$AP Rocky. Like, I don't know. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed that, let me know down below, and I'll see y'all guys in the next video.
Hey, walking to the party, they like, Gappa, is that you? Finna